tutorial, we'll end up with a square behind the face, kind of like this one. And my goal though is just to show you, maybe give a couple of variety of hats if you want to create something new. I'm gonna try to keep it as simple as possible. So I'm gonna use this ellipse tool because it already starts out rounded. So I'll hold, drag, and I'm gonna double click here and swipe this to black. Now, first things first, let's get some ideas of what a hat could look like. And I was taking a look at our Buccaneer here, and he has in the new one, he has a notch in the front. The old one, he didn't. Okay, so I'll do this little notch thing here. Try to go as quickly as I can, and you're gonna use this tool here quite a bit. Okay, and then maybe this tool. So let's add some points on the edge here. Your cursor will get a plus sign for a bit when you're adding points onto a path, and then you can click any point and move it around. So I'm gonna use the arrow keys on my keyboard to put it exactly straight down. And then if you grab these handles coming from points, you can manipulate the curve even more. I'm gonna zoom in with the magnifying glass so I can do this really well here. And I'm gonna go ahead and push this handle closer to the point here. I thought you could go right into it. And you could drag these out sideways if you want. If you hold shift, they can go perfectly sideways. Okay, so I'm already starting to get a bend here. If I want to nudge these in, I can. I'm using the keys on my keyboard. Let's see, what does it look like again? And then it kind of curves down and then goes out on the sides. So we're gonna need a point here and here. Okay, so let's do that. Let's add a new point here. And right across from it. Okay, and then with the white arrow, I'm going to, I'll take this point out and I'll take this outwards. I went 3 clicks on there and 3 clicks on there. And then the bottom, I don't know, how do we want to do the bottom? Do we want to just raise it like this? Do we want to come all the way up? Let's take a look one more time, see what he's got, like a bandana thing under there. So, but I guess it kind of arches upward. So we might want to put a point there and then to bend the curve up. So let's just put a point on either side here. Let's just go right about there and get this out of the way. And then right about there. And then we'll take this middle point and we'll bump it up. This will be on his forehead. And we don't like the handles the way they are, so I'm gonna push these back in somewhat. There you go. Now you can push it all the way into that, all the way into its anchor point. And okay, so, and if you want these wings to flare out a little more, you can. Okay, and then how can we swap it onto our character if we like that? It's gonna be in front of the MB, watch this. It's gonna be in front of the MB. First of all, how about this? We'll copy and paste this entire guy. Command C, Command V. I don't think I need to do the copy, edit, paste in front of you. You know how to do that. And the MB is, the hat's behind him because, whatever you pasted last will be in front. But now watch this. So this is important. So I'm gonna move the hat into position and we could arrange this to put in front. So we go Object, Arrange, okay, Object, Arrange, and bring to front, and the hat will jump in front. Now the MB is back here, so I'm gonna Object, Arrange, and bring the MB to front and move it up there. Okay, this hat does not look like a good pirate hat. It looks like those are way up higher. Oh, did we do these parts yet? Yeah, we kind of did, but let's raise all of this up. This is not very good. Not liking it. Something, what am I missing? Flares out, flares out. These I think need to go up higher. They need to be like more pointy maybe. So let's go up like this, and then we'll bend these down. Whoops, I missed. And I think if I push this into the got that maybe bow out that way a little bit. I don't know. You could play around with it, and maybe this is you have to be careful when you're dragging with the white arrow, because you could accidentally grab points below the hat, like part of his face, and actually move his face on accident. Okay, so not very good, but you get the idea, right? You could play around and get rid of handles and points and stuff like that. Okay, so have fun with that. Now let's just get the that is not a good buccaneer. Okay, then the square for the background. Okay, let's see, what did we do here? We had a black border, and we'll do blue. So you hold the mouse here, get the rectangle tool, and I'm gonna go ahead and I could just do these sliders here and go full blue is 255, but I'm gonna go a little lighter. Okay, like that, and then hit OK. And remember, if you're not holding shift, it will make rectangles. So if you hold shift, it'll make a perfect square. Doesn't have an outline color. I should have started with a color in here, but in the properties window, which if you don't have the properties window open, you can go window, properties down here, and then you could just bump this up to the thickness that you want, and now the square is in front of the guy's face. How do you send it to the back? Well, we just did that with the object arrange before. Object arrange, send to back. Okay? And why are we putting in a square? I just think this will be easier for learning purposes when we import our character into Unity. And the when we put it into Unity so that we could have perfect sizes with a square, we could control it and have it at perfect sizes. Okay, so and then eventually what we'll do is we'll make them some kind of happy emotion thing happen when you get the answers right in our game, and then something that indicates that you got it wrong. We'll make like a little grumpy face or something. Okay, all right, so have fun making a better hat than that one. All right, have fun.